literally and figuratively. Edgecombe to George, got a mismatch against Garland. Goes up, draws the foul. Buy one, get one free.
Size advantage on Darius Garland. He's very patient right here. He doesn't go right away because Evan Mobley is on the edge of the lane. And once he felt actually freed up at that high ball screen by Embiid, ends up with Barlow taking advantage of the open opportunity on the offensive glass.
Mitchell with the sweeping hook, rattles it home. He's 23% from downtown, and he has just breached the 13,000-point barrier. Embiid gets on the deck. It goes to Garland, out to Mobley. Sprays it out to Garland, who started it all. And Allen with the follow. What about 70%?
70%. And you know what that does in a league like this? That means there's another 50 guys that can stay with you off the dribble when you lose 30%. So
that's a pretty good 70, though.
That looks pretty good right there. That's the way I used to look at those if I was struggling and you got one to roll in.
He had that shot on layaway. Garland with a three ball.
Well, this is what he represents. I mean, he's elite off the dribble with his start-stop, but he can also do this if you want to go, which is good to see for Kenny Atkinson because of the struggles he's had.
Actually picked up his dribble, in trouble, and he found the bucket. Wow. Tried to rip through against Grimes. 7 on the shot clock. That high gather, which is a patented move, and he gets it to fall. Watford on the handle. Into George. Draws the foul, and a little window shopping for PG-13.
When he gets an opportunity right here, he likes to operate out of the mid-post. He's surveying the defense right there, and it's very similar to the basket.
Inside Mobley with a tough catch. One more. Allen and one. Boy, wonderful interior passing lane.
The rim and just waiting it out. So the first one is here by Garland. This is a tough pass along the baseline that gets
Mobley. Hunter back in the ball game. Back to Mobley inside. That sweeping jump hook. Counted and one. Cavaliers shooting 49% from the field. Garland against the rookie now Mobley. Got downhill, and that's how you finish. 61-49 just underway here in the third quarter. Garland in a big first half with 14 for the Cavs. Tyson couldn't turn the corner. Mitchell launching the three, and it's wet. Off to George on the wing. Snatches it back, drives it on the baseline. Well defended. Mobley packed it. Here's Garland into the front court. Rejects the drag screen. On that Nash dribble, lays it home. And the lead up to 22. Who's showering down onto the court? Tim, that must be jelly. Garland with 20 in the game on the stampede drive. Embiid, what a dime to Grimes, who fails to cash out. Tomlin was open on the hit. Tyson around the world and got the lay to go.
That was a nasty behind the back.
Sprays it out to Tyson, shot clock at 10. Tyson got peeled clean by Maxey. Good defense by Tyrese Maxey. Walker back out to Embiid, the trailer, unguarded. This building looking for a few more things to cheer about. Garland working against Walker, lost it. Grimes on the deck. Maxey with a little bit of room service. Here they come.
And multiple efforts defensively by the Sixers. Walker, Grimes on the floor, and Maxey finishes it off.
Mitchell on Grimes. A high arcing three. Rips cord.
The game, so Minnesota absolutely right now finding their rhythm.
See the Timberwolves on Friday night on our card. The lob up top, a Dembona with a little bit of bounce.
And before Donovan Mitchell really got some shots going late, but this has been his quarter trying to hold off the Sixers in a couple of runs they've made.
Walker can't connect, and here's the ubiquitous Mitchell leading the break. What a catch and punch by Hunter. Offensively, Mitchell dishing out to everybody.
That's beautiful right there. You see him looking at the trailer and
cross court to Grimes, 3 on the clock. And a tough look for the Sixers. They turn it over, Cleveland does, though. Oubre converts. at the 5 as Embiid begins the period on the bench. George turns the corner on Mobley and quick shot him for the bucket.
Jonesy legs, Darius Garland right foot injury, which is not the same foot that he hurt in the he was dealing with in the offseason. But right foot injury tonight, will not return. Also, Dominic Barlow of the Sixers, back contusion, will also not return.
Wow. Here's Mitchell. And he knocks down another 3. Tim, I was about to ask you about Cleveland's bag here tonight.
Yeah, you mentioned it. I mean, Philly, it felt like they had him kept in check for the most part. Basket looks really big right now to one of the game's premier scorers.
Andre Drummond inside over Mobley. A hard-earned bucket. Meanwhile, for Mitchell, still trying to add things to his game. Porter Jr. on the snatch back. Inside, lost the handle, Mobley did. Grimes out and running, elevates, and lays it in. Great relationship, text back and forth, and Porter Jr. trying to replicate the same kind of success. Tyson from downtown.
3s tonight, and yet he knocks it down.
Mobley hands it off to Porter Jr. Inside, good catch by Mobley, and 1.
This has been the story tonight. This has just been exceptional offense all night by the Cleveland Cavaliers, and Philadelphia just has a hard time. So when you combine that with the fact that you got Edgecombe and Maxey right now combined at 23 points when they average 47, that's been the story of the game.
Wow, Mobley just packed that up. FedEx.
No doubt Donovan Mitchell again will be an all-star.
Paul George from 15 knocks down the elbow jump shot. Mitchell sprays it out to the wing. Tyson for 3. Wet. Lonzo Ball out front. Mitchell off the screen. Allen inside, punching it home. Tyson. Nice cut by Mitchell. Sprays it to the wing. Porter Jr. one more. One more to Tyson. Man, selfless to a fault. Tyson drills another 3. Pretty much from the opening tip. Yeah, and when you think about the Eastern Conference, hey, this is a great barometer for what the Cavaliers can do when whole, right?
Oh, no doubt. There is hope here in Philly that if they're healthy at the right time of year, they could be a very difficult team to have to play in the first round.
Ball misfiring from the corner. Yeah, Embiid with his 12th consecutive game or 20 points or more. Oubre pulls the 3 and connects. In the Eastern Conference, they have taken another step going back to last year, making an appearance in the playoffs against the Knicks before losing.
They're going to run it back here on Friday night, and of course you never know, like with certain guys with injuries they deal with, who's going to be available, but you would think Philadelphia would want some payback in the rematch.
As for Cleveland, this looks like the team that last year had a historically high offensive rating as we get to the 3-minute mark. 3 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Off the steal, it's Edwards with some room service, and it's...
Well, I said they'd get 53s up, the pace they were on early. They're at, what, 43 right now? So I don't think they're going to get 50 unless you see a barrage here late. But look, this is what they've been doing the last 2 years. And there's number 44 right there, and their 19th make.
Key acquisitions during the offseason. He and trying to get Hunter better, a guy that got at the trade deadline last year. Oubre blocked at the rim by Bryant. But if they can get Lonzo Ball to pop to bolster the bench and get Hunter going, who has now since moved to the bench, hey, anything goes for the Cavaliers.
Well, yeah, that's the thing you question about them at times is just like the physical nature of their team and the physical toughness of their team. But make no mistake about it, their 3-point shooting and then having that, dynamic one-on-one threat that Donovan Mitchell represents, this team can be almost impossible to contain on given nights. Get the Joker back here probably sometime early February.
And speaking of getting people back, I would be remiss if I didn't give a shout out to our officiating friend and family member, Bill Kennedy. The microphones around the league just not the same without him. In the second half, 20 alone coming in the 3rd quarter to tilt this game in favor of Cleveland. who improves to 23-19.
It's on. ESPN on Disney+. Turn it on.